Okay, we are going to take a look at creating a class website or any type of website for that matter. We're going to look at why you might want to use this as a tool. First of all, the biggest reason I create a class website is efficiency in my classroom. When I have one website name that my students need to memorize, I can put every resource possible on my class website, and the students will be able to find the page, click on a video I want them to watch, blog with our book buddies. Um, I just find it to be extremely efficient to store everything on a class website. Um, so quick access for your parents. It provides a good experience. You yourself are going to improve your own technology skills just in the development of your website. You'll stay relevant. Um, your students will learn positive digital citizenship while navigating your website, and you can teach them that way. Again, extremely efficient for storing resources, particularly from year to year. I will hide content until I need it, and every year I could just reopen it at the correct time of year for access. I also can maintain access to links to things like the state standards or links to the school website or to flip videos I want the parents or students to have access to. So a class website is just an excellent place to keep resources. Communicate with your parents. Um, I like my students to collaborate with peers through blogging. Also, I would also share with students homework. If they were absent, I could post homework on the website. Another extremely important reason why I like to keep a class website. Our literacy state standards state that our students must use digital tools to produce and publish writing in collaboration with peers. They need to use keyboard skills. Um, they need to produce, publish, and update individual writing products. If you have a classroom website, your students can learn to publish their writing, have an authentic audience. You can always password protect a website and just share the password with mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, um, and that gives them a safe, authentic audience to share their work with. So it's a great way to meet the standards. So we're mostly focused on a class website, but I'm going to show you a couple of examples of content specific and student websites and how I use those. So first and foremost, we can use our class sites to post homework, classwork, missing assignments. Your students can't say they didn't know what was assigned because it was posted on the class website. But I really like to create content specific websites. For example, every summer school we would create some thematic content. One summer we did United States symbols, so we created a website just for that content. And then as needed, we can make it live again and share it. A great place for easy access to information. Other content specific examples, if you have a special event at your school that's reoccurring, you could update the information every year. Um, this specific website is an example of something I would have had students creating. They would be researching. There's a page for each person that they're researching, and each student's research would get attached to a page on this website. If you're responsible for a sports team or an organization or a club like the Brainiacs or the student government, um, it's an easy way to put all your resources in one place. This powerlifting website is an amazing example. Um, I taught my dad how to create a website, and so he created this powerlifting site for his high school. It actually became the premier powerlifting website for the state of Kansas, and he's now solely responsible for archiving and maintaining all the records for powerlifting in the state of Kansas. And it just started from his high school. team. So it's incredible when I see the numbers of the thousands of people who log in to see the state records and the guidelines for powerlifting. You never know when your website will take off. Another example of how school-wide we created a website for the Monarch Book Award and Book of the Month. So each month we would post information about the book, a link to the story being read, a blog where the students could blog about that book. So that was a really great use of a website. And that was school-wide, not just for a class, which was a nice collaboration. When I was teaching third grade, my students all over the course of a year built a student website of their own. So students as young as third grade, I believe, could do this. Not only are they developing tech skills, but they're able to publish and share their writing, express themselves creatively, and practice those skills, copying and pasting, inserting text boxes and images, and especially how to cite your sources when you're sharing information publicly. I did take a grade on the student site creation, so I made sure that my expectations for the website were clear. I teach the students never to use their full name or disclose personal information anywhere on their site, to make sure that pictures that they show don't have any revealing information in the background. I give them specific guidelines for the content of their website, that it must stay appropriate, and just common sense that it shouldn't look busy or just have 1,000 pictures of Justin Bieber or puppy dogs. Sometimes you have to tell 10-year-olds that. I make sure that I model to them how to do the skills that they need to create the website. I do have a rubric for grading that I will share with all of you. My favorite website builder is Weebly.com because I find it to be the most simple. It has a drag and drop format. There are templates. You don't have to use the templates, but you can. It's very simple, and you can pretty much do everything you need to do for free. If you create an education account in Weebly, you can have 40 free student accounts attached to yours, which is how I used it with my third graders. You can use other websites. Google Sites works just as well, but I find it to be less user-friendly. Wix, there are quite a few website builders out there. For me, my favorite is just Weebly.com. And you should never need to upgrade. You can get what you need from the free account. Finally, quick notes. Give your website a simple name. Do not use punctuation marks in your website name besides the .com. It's very hard to tell a 9-year-old how to go to a website if it is very long and hard to spell. So try to keep your website name as simple as possible. Don't clutter your pages with lots of images and text. If you do need to use a lot of pictures, create a slideshow or a gallery of those images. And try to maintain a consistent theme or colors across your pages on your website. So I'll be sharing a little more with you about website building, but I hope this gives you an idea of how I used it in the classroom.